Ashley with Winging It with Ash. Welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to give you an apartment tour of my apartment here in Barcelona, Spain. Okay, before I start this video, I have an offer for all of you that you cannot refuse. The reason being is that it's free. You know Lingoda, the online language learning school that I've been using to learn more Spanish here in Spain? Well, they have given me the opportunity to offer you all a free trial. They have a 7-day free trial. The way that it works is that you have 7 days to take 3 group classes and 1 private class to see if Lingoda is for you. If you end up really loving it and wanting to continue, then I also have a code where you can get 30% off of the classes that you continue to take. So yeah, why would you not do it? Lingoda has been really great for me because the class sizes are very small, 5 students max, and they're all from around the world. Also, I love that the teachers are native speakers of the language that I'm learning and that it's on Zoom, so it's super easy to log in and do a class from anywhere. I've been enjoying doing my Lingoda classes, and I think that you all would as well. If you've been on the fence and didn't know whether or not this is for you, this is the opportunity for you to decide. And use my link down below and use this code so that you can get the 30% off. This is a really good offer, and I am really excited for those of you who have already decided to learn another language. Let's get back into the video. Welcome to my apartment. I want to show you guys around. I did a video all about my apartment and how I ended up renting this apartment here in Spain, so you can check that up above. I'll link it for you. But today I just want to go through my apartment, show you all the nice things that I have here. And just so you know, this apartment we rented, my friend and I, unseen. We weren't able to see it because apartments in Barcelona go so fast. Okay, so welcome to my entry. One thing that someone noticed last time when they saw briefly my door is all of these locks here on the door. But I think that these locks, most of them we don't use and they're unnecessary. They're just previous locks. The rental company may or may not have the keys to them. I surely don't have the keys to all 4 of these locks. Okay, let's come through the entryway. Here in the entryway, we have a little bench where we take our shoes on and off and sometimes leave our shoes underneath the bench. But then we also have these nice little hooks where we put all of our grocery bags so that we can be kind to the environment. And yeah, we have tons of grocery bags actually. Come on through here. This is the kitchen area. When I first looked at this kitchen area, I was not super impressed because it looks itty bitty, so tiny on the side here. And we don't have a dining table, which I thought would be a problem. But we do have this nice long bar, which I've come to love. When I'm cooking, I'm able to chop things here on this bar. I'm able to put things together for whatever meals that I'm doing and just turn around and use the kitchen. So it actually really works out. It's nice and open, and with a few of us living in this apartment, it gives us so much space and we're not bumping into each other. We have a microwave, an oven, which ovens aren't necessarily super common in small places, but if you're gonna rent a larger place, then looking for an oven was really important to us, so we made sure we had one. And then there is a large fridge. Some rental spaces don't come with a fridge, so it's something that you definitely want to look for when you're looking at rental spaces. Or they have like this tiny of a fridge, like the size of the freezer. And when you're in an apartment with 3 bedrooms, you definitely need a large fridge to fit everybody's things. Directly through the kitchen, you come into my beautiful living room. There are a few things about this living room that I find very unique here to Spain. One of them being the Spanish tiles on the floor. The tiles here are amazing. It looks like a carpet, and I'm sure they intended it to look that way. In Spain, it's warm throughout the year, and so having a carpet on the floor might be a little too warm, whereas the tiles stay nice and cool. There's a really high ceiling, and on the ceiling in this apartment, they have paintings. I don't know what they used to be, but I think that it adds to the charm of the apartment, because then you can look up and see what used to be and how old this building actually is. And the last thing is that the wall is all brick, so it brings a little bit of color into the space. And I don't know, I think that it looks really nice, really fun. Different from other apartments or buildings that I've been in before. From the living room, you can move directly into the front patio, which is one of my favorite places to come in the mornings or in the evenings. A lot of times in the mornings I'll come out here and have coffee, and I'm just reminded that the city is so alive. Here in Barcelona, I love that I can sit on my balcony and see people coming and going any hour of the day, as well as looking directly down the road and seeing all of the beautiful balconies that Barcelona is well known for. Now let's go into the bedrooms. This apartment is a 3-bedroom apartment, and I will take you first to my room, which is directly off the kitchen. This apartment was fully furnished when moving in, and there was this large wardrobe, the bed, and a tiny little desk for me, which is everything that I really needed, the things that I got to pick up to make this space my own, with my bedspread and some little flower paintings, which I'm very proud of and I love. Let's move into the bathroom, which is not far, or not really the bathroom. This is the shower room. It's a shared space between my roommate and I. And there are 2 different ways to shower. You can use the upper faucet or the lower faucet to move, where you can move it around, which is something that I'm not used to coming from the US. So I really, really appreciate that. And I love the lighting in this room. From here, you can see my roommate's room here. And then to my right here is the bathroom, or the toilet. I keep calling it the bathroom, I'm so American. The toilet is actually separate from the shower. It's super convenient when your roommate is taking a shower, and if you need to use the toilet, you just go directly into here. This is shared with all 3 of the roommates in this apartment. In the very back area here, which we were very, very excited about, is a little garden area, as well as the laundry. Here in Spain, we wash all of our clothes in the washer, and we need to hang it up to dry because it's fairly dry all year round. It doesn't take long for our clothes to dry. And then in this back area, in the evenings, it's super quiet, super nice to just relax and enjoy. Yeah, the front area is a really loud balcony, but if you want some quiet, relaxing time, this is a great place to come, and you don't have people looking down directly at you while you're in this space, which is really, really nice in a very condensed city. The last room in this apartment is a little strange and or different. This we call the bungalow. Inside here you can see that it has its own little shower space, a sink, and then also the bed. So it's a nice little bungalow, nice little area for someone to create their own little home in the quiet back area of our apartment. Now that you know what my apartment looks like, you guys had a few questions on Instagram about the apartment. I figured I'd answer those here because if you on Instagram had these questions, then I'm sure you on YouTube would have the same questions. The first question that I have here is, do you hear much street noise? In my previous apartment, I was on a very busy street, and my actual room window was on the street, and it was so noisy. But here I am able to close the windows to the living room and not hear much noise. It cuts off the noise pretty well. When the windows are open though, it is still noisy. It's still a very busy walking street, and when cars go down, because the buildings are so close together, it just seems to like echo everything. especially skateboarders that go down with the cobbles. It's very noisy. In the back of the apartment, it is much quieter. You can still hear people living life, people in their kitchens, people with their children, people on their balconies, but it's not quite as loud as the front of the apartment. And in my bedroom, I am kind of up against where the stairs are for the apartment, so sometimes I hear people coming up and down the stairs, but really that's it. I'm also alongside the kitchen, but with very few roommates, it's not that big a deal. We all kind of get up and go to bed at around the same time, so I don't have to really worry about noise there either. How do I like the area that I'm living in? I really like it. When trying to decide on an apartment, there were certain neighborhoods that I knew that I wanted to live in, or certain areas that I became accustomed to and really enjoyed. So the area that I'm in is not far from my previous apartment, so many of the things that I did previously, I just still do to this day. I still use most of the same grocery stores. I still go to the same gym. I still walk to church every Sunday. I'm just in really the same area that I was before, so I am very comfortable here. So I really, really love this area. In the area that I am in, it's known as a very international area, and I can definitely see that daily while walking the streets or just grocery shopping. There are many options. I can literally get anything I want in the area that I'm in right now. Next question is the apartment heated? No, not many apartments here in Barcelona are heated. We do have space heaters that you have in each room available to us when it gets colder in the winter time. Along with, we do have heating/cooling systems in each room, which will keep us also warm in the winter time. Fairly common in the apartments here in the city, just to have like units that help regulate the heat or cold. That's an easy segue to rent and utilities, which I got quite a few questions about. So for rent, the rent of this apartment is $1,600 or just under, which between 3 people, that's a little under $600 each, including the utilities, which is charged separately. That's water and electricity. What seems to happen is they do an estimate of what the utilities will cost for 3 people. This apartment, they estimate that €180 will be spent on utilities each month. If by the end of our stay we spent less than that, then they will give us money back. If not, and we spent more, then they'll end up taking money out of the deposit. To share what I was spending in the US on a 1-bedroom apartment, it was about $1,450 for my 1-bedroom apartment in the US. Here I have a 3-bedroom apartment directly in the city center, and it's $1,600. Not much more than what I was spending in the US, but I am city center in a 3-bedroom apartment. Luckily for me, I have amazing roommates that I can share the cost with, and I'm not spending the whole amount like I was in the US. So my cost of living is way cheaper here in Spain than it was in the US. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all the questions you guys asked on Instagram for the most part. I have covered most everything about my apartment here in Barcelona. I am absolutely loving it here. This situation of knowing my roommates, being around each other is so much more comfortable. I'm cooking more often. I'm enjoying myself more often. I love my area. Like literally, I cannot tell you, like everything has happened so much better, that worked out so much better than I could have ever imagined. I am in a very good place. I feel safe. I am enjoying myself, and I love that I get to be here. So I hope you guys can see that, and I hope to share so much more about living here in Barcelona with all of you. All right, that's it. I will see you in the next video. Oh, if you're interested in Lingoda, be sure to check out that link below. Free. Who doesn't like free? Okay. Bye.